What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we're going to be talking about what is the mindset of a trader. Okay. A lot of us guys, we go through the turmoil of day in and day out of trades going against you or that occasional one just making everything just amazing for you. So anyway, I want to kind of cover the mindset that it goes behind with their trading mentality. So many people let emotions get in the way. So many people let a lot of different scenarios that we face every day in the trading world, where stocks don't go, according to how we go and how we handle them. But anyway, what is the mindset of a trader? Being a trader is not just about formulating, better strategies, performing more extensive analysis, but it's also about developing a winning mindset. According to many studies of traders, what separates a winning trader from a losing one is not that winning traders formulate better trading strategies. It's not that winning traders are smarter. It's not that winning traders do better market analysis. What separates a winning trader from a losing trader is their psychological mindset. Most traders, when they first begin trading mistakenly, believe that all they need to do is find a great trading strategy. After that, all they need to do is just come to the trading market each day, plug in their great trading strategy, and the market will just immediately start pumping money into their account. Unfortunately, any of us who have ever traded have learned it's not that easy. There are plenty of traders who use intelligence, but well-designed trading strategies and systems who still regularly lose money rather than make money. The few traders who do consistently win the game of trading are those who have developed the appropriate psychological mindset that enables us to be consistent winners. There are certain beliefs, attitudes, and psychological characteristics that are essential to conquering the world of trading. Now, attitude about the markets and about yourself. Attitudes and beliefs about the market, it includes such things such as believing that the market is rigged against you. Such negative and enormous beliefs can have a significant impact on your ability to trade successfully. I mean, it literally goes against your emotions and turmoils you back and forth about, how you look at things. If you're looking at the market as being out to get you, then you're not looking at it properly in accord with reality, and therefore you can't hope to be able to objectively evaluate market opportunities. The market is completely neutral, and it doesn't care whether you make money or lose money. Okay, market gives crap about you. There's so many things that just go against you, and you're like, well, what the hell is happening here? Now, our beliefs about ourselves are critical elements of trading psychology. Now, one personal characteristic that's almost all winning traders share is that of self-confidence. Okay, winning traders possess a firm, basic belief in their ability to be winning traders, a belief that is not necessarily shaken by a few or even several losing trades. In contrast, many losing traders have serious nagging self-doubt. Unfortunately, if you see yourself as a losing trader, cursed with bad luck or whatever that belief tends to become, a self-fulfilling prophecy, traders who doubt their ability have hesitated to push the button and initiate trades, and thereby often miss good trading opportunities. They also tend to cut profits short, overly fearful that the market will turn against them at any moment. You freeze up. You come on a perfect setup opportunity, and you're like, well, what the hell do I do here? Everything is screaming upside, 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 but so many of these people are afraid of, getting in the trade that it's just going to go against them. They're so used to seeing red trade after red trade after red trade, and a lot of impatience, and your emotions are literally wrapped up in the money that you're investing in on a play. Now, so many of us, it's hard to overcome. It's not impossible to overcome, but your whole mindset is literally creating that psychological mindset to overcome those burdens that you may come up. You have ESPES as an example. This trade was coming all the way from trip fives and progressively going up in a great pattern. It gave many dip opportunities within its pattern, to formulate. But if you don't know what you're doing, how are you going to become that successful trader? Understand what you're doing. You're just literally buying off tweets and hype and momentum. All that stuff is good factors for a play, but it's not knowing what you're doing. It's not knowing what the play is all about. Now, you gotta come around to those key characteristics of a winning trader. Okay, psychology, the very best of traders share the same key characteristics, including the following here. They're all comfortable with taking risk. People with very low risk tolerance who cannot accept losing trades are not cut to be winning traders. Since losing traders are simply part of the game of trading, winning traders are able to emotionally accept the uncertainty that is inherent in trading. Trading is not like investing your money in a savings account with a guaranteed return. But so many people will look at the stock market as, okay, this is my savings account. I will throw all my money in this play. It's going to go to the moon. It's going to go to $300 a share because such and such is telling me it's going to do this. Well, where's your knowledge of understanding that the play is actually going to do that? How do you know off your own analysis that this play is going to do exactly what you think it's going to do because such and such is claiming it? Now, all of us as different traders have different track records and obviously, alert plays at certain sectors, but we all need buyers to buy our plays, okay? Most of these plays are pumps. We all need buyers to, feel the interest in the drive that we have for some of these plays to want to buy the play. And, we all make money, we're all happy, whatever, but it's not a savings account. It's not going to go to the moon. It's not going to go to, eternity of whatever you may think eternity is. I mean, my price target, your price target, everybody else's price target could be completely different. And a play always has a top somewhere in life, but, it's just a matter of how you understand the analysis of it and understanding your mindset that's wrapped around this play. Okay. Now they're capable of quickly adjusting to changing market conditions. They don't fall in love with or marry their analysis of a market. If price action indicates that they need to change their view on a probable future price movements, they do so without hesitating. If a play is going to go against me, I'm not going to hesitate to cut my loss or grab my profits. There's so many factors where, if I sold here and rebought back here, then I just, made the money that I just sold it off and rebought even more shares. The market is a give and take cycle over and over and over again. There's so much opportunity within the market, but if you don't have your mindset wrapped around, the trading mentality, it's hard to overcome the hurdles that are thrown at you day in and day out. Now, there are disciplines in their trading that you can view the market objectively, regardless of how current market action is affecting your account balance. They don't give in to being excessively excited about winning trades. You can't just be excessively excited when you do win a trade because it goes against you're excessively despairing about your losing trades. Winning traders control their emotions rather than letting their emotions control them. You got to be pretty much robotic. But anyway, make the necessary effort, take the necessary steps to be self-disciplined traders who operate with a strict money and risk management rules. Okay, winning traders are not reckless gamblers. They carefully calculate potential risk against the potential reward before entering the play. I mean, if I'm adding up here, let's just say I'm adding right here, okay, add a position right here, my risk is all the way down here and my reward is poop right here. Okay, not a whole lot of reward versus my risk factor. Why would I chase the play all the way up here? Now it's understandably a way to do it if you want to grab a position there that you've made money ups and downs within the dips. You can play a home run, so to speak, but a home run is not what's going to make you a winning trader, because your home run, when it's finally over, 9 times out of 10, a home run player is holding on from wherever, and his thing is way up here before he even considers taking an exit, but the play meets it short. And the play may downtrend in a sense like this, and you're like, well, where is the home runner going to decide to take his profits? 9 times out of 10, so many home runners start taking their profits right here when they break even of where they entered. They had all this upside here. It's like, well, when are you taking your profits? Understand to take profits because a play can't only run so long, okay? The mentality of a trader is literally building the, your confidence in knowing what you're trading, knowing what you're understanding in, instead of just literally feeding into the hype, the buzz, the crazy mentality that leads us to want to just buy more shares. I'm going to sell my ATVs out here. I'm tired of playing with those anymore. I could put those in money and buy 20 ATVs when I'm done, and do all this such a thing. Is like, you've got to have that self-control, the self-discipline that makes us as profitable traders. Are you a gambler or are you actually a trader? Um, but we're not gamblers. You know, you carefully calculate your potential risk against the potential reward before entering any trade. I get in a lot of high made plays up there, but you know what? I'm looking for that dip. Okay, if it comes down here, I'm like, okay, I'm going to add this position. I'm going to let it do its thing and trade out a little bit here. I'm going to have a tight risk of maybe here. If the trade goes against me, I'm going to really cut it. But anyway, as this play curls out, you know, it could be a potential play. Or I could wait for the play to kind of, you know, do its thing, let it downtrend here before I decide entering. What would cause buyers to buy right here is because latest support is right here. You know, knowing that is a support zone, it bounces right off of it. So with that being said, you know, your understanding of how to enter. Well, I want to see it break out of here again. As the play comes up here, it tests that high again. It comes back down for another retest and shoots right back up to make an entry right here on breakout. And you've got that upside from literally 63 to as high as a penny if you wanted to, or sell it right here at 95, 97, somewhere around there. With that said, you've just made a good 50% return pretty much there. So good return on your money. You lock those gains in to find another play or rebuy down here, so to speak, and replay the play. Now, understand how trading works. You've got to understand how that works. Winning traders know the difference between a bad trade and a trade that loses money. This is a critical point to understand. Just because you end up losing money on a trade, that doesn't mean it was a bad trade, okay? It just means that it was a losing trade. What makes a trade a good trade is not whether it wins or loses. A trade is a good one as long as it offers greater potential reward than the risk factor on it, okay? The odds or probabilities of being successful are in your favor, regardless how it turns out. If you take a trade for a good reason and manage the trade well, once you're in it, then it's a good trade, even if you end up getting stopped out for a loss. Conversely, even if a trade happens to make money, if it wasn't initiated for good reason and with a favorable risk reward ratio, then it's a bad trade, even though it may have happened to turn out profitably. Okay. Now, winning traders operate on the premises that they continue to make good trades, and they will ultimately be profitable overall. Losing traders incorrectly identify any trade that loses money as a bad trade and any trade that makes money as a good trade. Okay. If you follow your rules and your spectrums on a play, and even though you lost money on it, you followed your rules. Okay. You had a set of rules. You had your entry, you had your risk, and then you had your exit potentials. Okay. And you knew that to scale out, properly to take those profits off the table as the play climbs. Let some free shares ride. Prime example is we played IGX here, and I called this one at 005, trip 5. And yes, this chart looks like a pump and dump, and in a sense, most of these OTC plays are pump and dumps. But you know what? We got in here at trip 5s, which was literally, right here, okay? Got in here at trip 5s. I think some even got trip 6s, but we were bidding trip 4s, and we got in trip 5s. Okay, this play kind of matured over time. With that being said, let's see, what date was that? How long did this take? This November 26th, 2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks. Got in this play right here. It let it matured, and it gave ample opportunity that, okay, this thing is continuing to climb. But you know what? I grabbed 5 million shares here, and I sold 2.5 right here at 10. Okay, I got my 100%. I'm on free shares. Okay, invested $5,000. I pulled $5,000 out. I still have $5,000 in the play to run as it will. Okay, so I've literally got myself free shares, got my money back. I have $5,000 worth of shares in the stock, and I have my money back. How much better of a feeling is that than that right there? Okay, protecting that initial capital. And you know what that $5,000 ended up doing? You know, it made multiples right here. Okay, ran from a high of, was it 500% all the way to 30 right here. But you know what? I sold half of those shares again at 20 right here. Okay, sold half of those shares from 10. Where I was on my free shares, I sold half of my free shares at 20, and I sold the rest, was trying for 30, but ended up taking 29. You know, I sell in tens pretty much. You know, you're taking those tens, those 100% profit over 100% profit, and so on, locking in those gains. But my last exit was the shares right there at 29. Perfect top, but who was to know that? This was playing on the news. It was a very strong news. It has a big float, 1.7 billion float. It's not necessarily a tiny float for a trip play, but this was all hype on what the potential news is going to be. And when the news lands, what do you think is going to happen? When all this is already baked into the play, everybody's anticipating news. They kind of know what the news is because the Twitter account's blowing up, letting people know, oh, this is happening. We're waiting on this to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen tomorrow. We're planning on happening this tomorrow. In the morning, you guys, pretty much buy your shares. This is happening, and you guys feed into it. You run into it, but you know what? It does make a play run. I'll give you that. Made good money on it, but you know what? I protected my capital yesterday, but this is what happened the next day. This play falls right here because news didn't land in the morning as promised. And what do you know? This little fight right here is when news landed at 18s. And you see what happened? Now it's sell the news. Let's quickly sell the news. Let's get the hell out of this play. That news is not exactly what we thought it was, but it's kind of what we thought it was because they were kind of implying that's what it was. And, our expectations cannot be so, moonbound. Our expectations are moonbound on every single play that we get it. No, as a successful trader, your mentality and your mindset is not thinking off moonbound. It's thinking off realistic, okay? Got to be realistic with your trading. It's just, OTC is crazy. I love it. There's so many pumps and dump plays in there. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of opportunity. But you got to understand how you're playing it, okay? I want everybody that takes my classes to be successful. I want them to understand what they're trading, how they're trading it, and not to just blindly lead in there and they're, blowing up account after account and working a day job to end up making the money back to, put back in what they lost and so on like that. These aren't savings accounts that you're investing in. This is trades, okay? This is compounding interest on interest to grow your account. So understanding how that trading works is, you got to own the difference between a bad trade and a good trade. Just because I followed my rules, this was a great trade, okay? Whether I bought the downside of it and quickly cut my loss right here, I followed my rules and got out of the play before it could have, made this massacre right here. Because I would have been following my rules. This was a potential dip area there at that 1820 mark, and people were taking it there. Just as a possibility, but this is so massively oversold or so massively tons of selling going on to not, kind of shy away from the play. Okay. It did literally just run from trip fives. How much downside does it have? Has a lot of downside. So with that said, you got to understand the charts. You got to understand how you're playing the play. You got to understand how the news works and associated to the play. Just because news comes out does not mean reverse, moonbound again. Not exactly. Understanding share structures, I've got classes on that, but understanding share structures is a huge mentality you've got to understand as well. The upside and down mental attitude of a winning trader. One reason that losing is so common among traders is that many attitudes and principles that serve us well in life do not work well at all in the profession of trading. Okay, if you're unaware of this fact, most traders lack a basic understanding of what trading is all about. Okay, you've got to understand those factors. In ordinary daily lives, we were taught to avoid risky situations, but trading is all about taking risk. Trading is an inherently risk-filled endeavor. Winning traders who genuinely accept the risk of trading have the ability to enter a trading opportunity without hesitation to just as easily close a trade when it isn't working. They're not burdened with the emotional pain that causes them to lose their focus or self-confidence as a result of a trade not working out. I'm not going to be the next generation of bag holding. Okay, we're not going to be bag holding these plays because we've fulfilled a lifelong marriage here. It's this thing is going to pay me well. It's going to do this and do that. There's no guarantee to this, guys. We're playing the most risk factored plays out there. There is no guarantee that this is going to fulfill the the agreements to my marriage, my newfound marriage, so to speak. But we're literally accepting these risks, okay? We're genuinely accept the risks of trading, have the ability to enter a trading opportunity without the hesitation to just as easily close a trade when it isn't working. If you're scared to get in these trades, then you may not know what you're doing. It becomes a factor to where, so many times where when I was first starting out, it's like, what am I doing? Every play I go against goes against me. Am I trading these plays properly? Is it working out in my favor? Do I know what I'm doing? And so on like that. And so many times, 9 times out of 10, these people don't know what they're doing. So it pays to know what you're doing. They're not burned with the emotional pain that causes to lose their focus or self-confidence as a result of a trade not working out. Traders have not learned this attitude toward trading are driven by emotional reaction to these winning or losing trades, okay? You have not fully accepted the fact that trading is a risk-filled business because they're not acting in harmony with reality. They do not make the best possible trading decisions. Engaging in trading and being successful at it puts a huge demand on us, okay? Namely, the demand that we maintain confidence while dealing with the continual uncertainty of trading in the markets. If the profession of trading facing the truth about what we're engaged in on, one of the key elements to success. Okay, habits of a winning trader. You got to create those habits. Winning traders regularly review and evaluate their trading performance. They understand that trading is a skill that is only mastered through the rigorous practices over time. Winning traders are flexible. They aren't ego invested in their trades. They're able to always view the market objectively. Okay, we're not looking for the next Tinder date that we're just perfectly going to be married to and so on, and easily can't aside the trade ideas that aren't working. Winning traders do not hesitate to risk money. They see a genuine profit opportunity. You will learn to build that, that mentality that comes to us as traders to see a great opportunity. Don't freeze up and be like, this play looks like it's going to make money, but I don't know. I just lost a bunch on this one. I think I'm just going to hold off. And you saw the perfect opportunity. You didn't seize it. You don't understand what you were doing. Now, based on the market analysis and trading strategies, however, you do not risk money recklessly. Always aware of the possibilities of being wrong. To practice strict risk management by putting small limits on their losses. Understanding that markets can't be predicted. Okay, winning traders are aware of and accept the fact that markets is ultimately unpredictable. Okay, there's no surefire market analysis technique or strategy that will infallibly predict price movements because they aren't keenly aware of this fact, but they can carefully watch for signs that their analysis is mistaken. If they see such signs, they quickly adjust their trading positions. Okay, in contrast, losing traders, once they have put a trade on, tend to only look for market action that confirms that they are right and minimize or rationalize away any market action that seems to contradict their analysis. Thus, they often end up staying and losing trades too long and taking unnecessarily large losses. Okay, they just hold and hope. I hope it bounces. I hope it's going to go back up. I hope they drop some more news because that news didn't make it bounce. I hope. Man, it's so far down here. I'm losing my money now. I added way up here, but I sure hope it comes back. Hoping is not trading. Hoping is not an analysis. Hoping is not making anybody money. If you're trading on hope and prayers that this play is going to do whatever it's going to, what you're hoping it'll do, hoping is not making winners every day. Okay, if you go around asking traders that are successfully mastering the markets, they're not telling you, yeah, I win every day on hope. I get in this play and I hope it makes me money, and what do you know? It makes me money. And I get in this play and I hope it makes me money too. And yep, I'm just hoping my way through each trade and making bank, man. This doesn't happen, guys. I'm sorry. The trading is basically without boundaries, okay? The market is completely a free environment. You're free to buy or sell, enter, exit at any point in time. There are basically no rules that require you to either open or close a trade at any given price or time, despite the fact that one of the primary attractions of trading is the complete freedom to make our own decisions, okay? To basically do whatever we want, whenever we want. The only way to be consistently succeed in trading is to be self-imposed, okay? Set of rules to govern our trading and to practice strict discipline in following those rules. What's the problem? The problem is that we are instinctively love having the freedom to do whatever we want and hate having any rules and restrictions placed on us, even those of our own creation, okay? But be self-disciplined. Self-discipline is critical to winning at trading. Unfortunately, self-discipline is typically the hardest discipline to come by. Most of us do a better job of abiding by the rules imposed on us from outside ourselves. No parking signs than we do of abiding by the rules where we create for ourselves. Our attitude tends to be one or more of, well, I made the rules, so I'm free to break it. While that's technically true, it's not an attitude that will serve you well in trading. Okay. Yes, my stop loss or mental stop loss that I was going to exit the trade was such and such here. Well, I made the rule. I can break it. And it goes down and down and down. You're like, it's going to bounce. I'll average down. I'll just keep averaging down here. This is way too cheap. There's no way they got to be selling. News is about to break. It's gonna, there's a perfect opportunity to get back in. And I'm just gonna hope that this is gonna bounce back up, and news is gonna, drive this up. Yeah, I added right here on this dip, and I was up a little bit of green there, which is looking nice, but yeah, I think it's going to bounce here as soon as news comes out, because news hasn't even come. Like, why are people selling? This is stupid. Haven't they seen the DD? Haven't they seen this and the tweets? Like, everything is pointing upwards from here. No, it just don't work that way. I'm sorry, buddy, but be self-disciplined. Don't break your rules, okay? If your rule was to be here, if you added right here on this dip for say at like 24, yeah, it looks like 24 there, and you were up at 30 here, 29, that's not much profit for most traders that get in that position. So you think it's got a lot more left in the tank. In the sense, you have to acknowledge the risk that you've literally laid below you there at that entry. Okay. You've got to realize that this play has went from here to here to here to here to here, up here, and up here. All this risk has literally portrayed itself historically below your entry. You have nothing to go on above it. Okay, this chart has not created above itself very much, other than that it hit 28 right there. Come back for a nice pullback at 24. I'm going to get in, and I'm going to hope that it's going to go to 50 or something tomorrow. I'm going to hope. My rules are, I have no rules. I'm just going to get in this play. I'm going to hope it does. It just goes straight up to the moon, and, the play goes against your entry right here. It comes back down, and you're like, okay, well, I didn't have an exit plan. My exit plan was at the moon, but, it's kind of driving down here in the deserts below me here. News is going to come. I'll wait for news. It'll bounce. News comes out, and what do you know? I'm quickly adding more position. This will average me down. This will help me out. And it's going to do this right here, straight to the moon. They're promising the moon. It's happening. No, it's not. This ended up being sell the news situation, and you're holding a big back of doo-doo right here. Okay, just a massive, big pile of shit. Okay, your play is just nothing but crap right there, and you're still holding it because you didn't follow your rules to cut your loss as quickly as possible when it was going against you. Okay, it's best to cut that play near your entry. I don't really risk it much lower. I risk it a little bit, but not a whole lot. If I'm not the first one in down here or the first one early in the play, then I don't play it. Okay, I let them run. But in that sense, you can't follow your rules. That's why rules are so important. I don't care what it is. Write it down on a piece of paper. Here's my entry. If the play goes against me, my number one rule, if the play goes against me, I'm going to look for an exit around there. Okay, and I'm not going to be the idiot who just dumps the bid. I'm going to be prepared to sell out, scale out, instead of cause a panic. If you've got a large position, for say, but most people that grab way up here don't necessarily have a large position. So with that being said, you got to understand how to play it. Okay. Now that freedom that gives us there, that, we're so free to get in these trades. It's great. It's great to be able to buy in and buy out and do whatever we please and make good money. But if you don't have rules, your freedom and freedom of in and out of trading is not gonna make you a profitable trading. You're not gonna be compounding interest. You're gonna be paying everybody else to compound their interest. It's a sad situation. So anyway, the solution is within yourself, guys. Okay, it's that trading mentality. Losing traders mistakenly believe that mastering the market itself is the key to winning. They fail to face the reality that the market can't be mastered. You can't control the market. Okay, you've got to understand that, guys. You can't control the market. us as individuals. Some groups can help pump a play to a certain point and control the play per se, but you can't control the market or the play therein and after. Okay. Now, what you can control is yourself. Okay. What you do in relation to the market's actions. Winning traders that realize this fact and put greater effort into mastering themselves and their trading actions, they then put into trying to master market analysis. It's not that the market analysis isn't useful, it's just the amount of available information available to consider, as well as the number of different technical or fundamental indicators. It's virtually endless. Okay. Plus, what's significant at one point in time may be utterly insignificant at another point in time. It's just all too much information to sort out, ultimately impossible to deal with perfectly. A trader's time is better spent on mastering themselves and their trading skills. Okay. Start changing some things today. Start understanding that you got to set some guidelines, some rules, and start perfecting the trading skill and mastering it. Now, the summary of being a winning trader, I'll finish up here. The trading is a difficult game to master, okay? Very few people become highly successful at it. Hope traders never make it. I'm sorry to say that. However, it is possible for virtually anyone to become a master trader as long as they're willing to make the necessary effort. Attaining the proper psychological mindset for winning trading requires rigorous self-examination and self-discipline. You have to learn, cultivate good trading habits because they are things that come naturally to most people. Making the necessary changes in yourself that will enable you to become a consistently profitable trader will be more than likely affect how well you deal with life overall, not just how well you deal with your trading. Now, the bottom line is, guys, make the commitment to becoming a winning trader that will enable you to become a winning trader. You can do it, but it's up to you, not the market, to put money in your pocket. It's literally up to you guys. Okay, it's up to you guys to understand what you're doing, why you're buying the play. What's the why? What's the reason? Why am I buying it here? Why is it way up? Why is it up 300%? Why am I buying up here? Well, I'm hoping that it has another 1,000% in it. This guy's claiming, 50 bagger on this play, and it's just going to be, I'm just going to be rich off this, guys. There's just no way around it. Well, what's your reason for it going up? Well, this guy's claiming this guy's claiming this chat room's pumping this, they're saying this guy over here is tweeting this. I've got all this hope wrapped around everybody else claiming this for this play to run up. It just doesn't work that way. So understand the markets, guys. Understand trading, your mindset, understand your ability to understand trading, okay? Now, I teach classes on this. I got some upcoming sessions here in February this next year. It is getting booked up fairly quickly. But if you guys are interested, I'm going to be throwing out some free content as well on my YouTube channel. So feel free to give the YouTube a like, subscribe. More videos are going to be coming your way. But if you guys want to sign up for my courses, feel free to visit our website at magictickerstrading.com. It's right under the 3-month magic classes here. But I've got 8 spots available, and we're going to be covering a lot of different scenarios, everything to do with the simple steps that I go through with my students to understand entries, exits, understanding the market conditions, understand why you're playing this, creating the emotional mindset to become successful within yourself, guys, okay? There is a big solution out there. It's just you got to know what you're doing. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for today's session. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.